In my golf bag, I have a TaylorMade golf club released this year that nobody is going to buy. And to be honest, it is a little bit silly because it is a golf club that could help you so much with your game. You see, let me explain just a few things. It looks so good down at the ball as well. Oh, yes please. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome to this YouTube channel. Guys, in today's video I have a club which TaylorMade have released this year, and I guarantee they won't sell that many of them, when realistically this should be TaylorMade's biggest selling golf club of 2023. This should outsell the TaylorMade Stealth 2 driver, the TaylorMade Stealth 2 HD driver, and even the brand new TaylorMade P770 irons, which are fantastic. But what is it, and why aren't people going to buy this club that can help your game so much? And you see, this is part of the reason why people should be potentially putting it in the bag, including me, because that for a first tee shot is pretty perfect. Because in my opinion, as important to you as not that may be, TaylorMade have smashed it this year with their new Stealth 2 lineup. I love the look of it. The new Stealth 2 driver looks fantastic. The Stealth 2 Plus driver looks great. The Stealth 2 HD range looks phenomenal. But the club which I'm worried people are going to shy away from is this. The TaylorMade Stealth 2 fairway, but not just any TaylorMade Stealth 2 fairway. The 21° 7 fairway. You see, this is jam-packed full of technology you would expect from a TaylorMade range. It features the speed pocket technology for ball speed on low centre hits. It features the inverted cone technology for more ball speed on hits around the face. And it also features that 3D carbon crown to move CG low to help you launch the ball up in the air. But more importantly than any of that, this particular model, which again I'm really worried people are just going to bypass, features something extra important. Look at that. Straight down the middle of that fairway. Even in the wind, that's gone ridiculously well. It features 21 degrees of loft. It is a 7 wood. It's got plenty of loft on there to help you hit more fairways, plenty of loft to help you get the ball airborne, and so many of the world's best golfers will be trying this, will be putting it in play when it matters the most to them. But Bob and Phil, who are playing in the monthly medal, don't need it. Don't need a 7 wood. Don't need it. Who plays a 7 wood? Really? And if you watch this channel a lot, you may well know that we do endorse making golf a little bit easier. We do endorse making golf a little bit more fun. And for me, a more lofted fairway can certainly do that. Now, the reason why I've chosen this one, there are so many 7 woods coming out this year, I'm going to review them all and compare them all for you. That's something which I don't think people do enough. You'll tell how windy it is out here today. The perfect day to test a club like this. It's not always going to be flat calm. I need to test how versatile it is as well. This is the perfect hole to do so. Spoiler alert guys, I have been in the studio testing this 7 wood for numbers, testing it for spin rate, for distance. And the one thing I'll say, because I don't want to ruin this for you, is the consistency levels are frightening. In fact, it was that consistent, I had to go to the driving range last night and test it on a different launch monitor just to see how consistent it really is. Can we just talk about where that's come out of as well? Terrible strike. You'll see if that disappointed us or not a little bit later on as well. You see, when TaylorMade launched this product, everyone was thinking, oh, we're going to have a carbon-faced fairway wood. Is now the time? Are they going to integrate that technology into it? When really, they don't need to. Because if they make something that consistent and that forgiving, like that was a horrible Healy strike, and just look where it's finished. Frighteningly close to the middle of the fairway, where the first tee shot finished from further back. Now, if I want to play a low shot, can I do that? Will all this technology hinder how versatile this club can be? Will that low centre of gravity ruin what I'm trying to do here? You'll see we also have the V-Steel technology, which I absolutely love. So when you're playing off a muddy lie, like, let's be fair, most of us are in the UK this time of year, or if you're in the USA and you're not, then I'm very, very jealous. Can I still play the shot I want to play? So here I'm going to try and play just a little low trappy draw, start the right side of the fairway and come back. Again, if I can punt this out there at 200 to 220 and have consistency, then everyone's a winner, including you. I mean, it's not gone low. It's straight down the middle of the fairway, I'm not going to complain. But if I'm trying to play that into the wind, then I might struggle. What about if we're just trying to hit it as far as we can? Although you'd never really try and do this. This for me is a club where if you have that pesky par 3, if you have those long par 4s, you don't want to hit a 4-iron or a kind of hybrid, this is the shot. I just want to play a draw with it, please. Oh yeah. Like, there's no reason why this shouldn't be in so many golfers' bag. That is miles down there, and that was actually struck nicely out the middle. Guys, let's jump in the studio, let's see just how far this 7-wood goes, how consistent it is, and why you should potentially not be ignoring this club in 2023. So when I got the 7-wood into the studio, the first thing I thought was how flexible can it be, how versatile can it be, and also how forgiving can it be. And when I actually started hitting it, I thought, you know what, none of that really matters too much, because this could be the most consistent golf club I think I've ever tested. Having hit it numerous times, you can see I've got a lovely high ball flight here and I really enjoyed it. Then I thought, what about if we try and nudge that ball flight down a bit, try and play lower shots? That's what I tried to do. And when we look at the numbers in a second, you'll see just how versatile this club is and how consistent it can be as well. These shots are a little bit lower ball flight. You'll see the pitching around 220 yards, which for me is perfect for that. And if I look at these numbers now, you'll see launching all around 17, the last 3 launching around 14, and the spin a little bit higher because that's what I'm trying to do. Just launch it a little bit lower so I can do exactly what I want to do with that. You can see how the distance jumps up a little bit as well. When we do look at the averages, you'll see that generally it is still a very, very good distance for me. 219 yards for a 7-wood, 233 total. That standard deviation of 4 yards is incredible, and spinning at around 4,500, which for me is absolutely perfect. But to be honest, I didn't really understand how consistent it could be, so I took it to the driving range when I went last night, and it was pretty much exactly the same, even in the outdoor conditions. What a golf club this is. So those numbers stacked up pretty well. So much so, like I said, I went to the driving range, and those numbers stacked up just as well. So if you're thinking of putting a golf club in the bag that you want to hit 220, 230 yards, or if you're putting yourself in my position, maybe the 7-wood for you would go 180 to 200, maybe 170 to 180, but it's consistent, would you do so? Guys, Victor Hovland, Dustin Johnson, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tyrrell Hatton, all these golfers at some point have a 7-wood in their bag during the season. But we don't. Why is that? I speak collectively as a we. That was more the royal we. Chris has had one in the bag for years. Should I put it in and should you put it in? Let's have one more test before the heavens open. And I want you to comment below, guys, would you have this 7-wood in your bag? I mean, that fairway is absolutely littered with golf balls. Look at that one down there. Wow. I'm really sorry to butt in here and bore you again with more common sense, but those front to back dispersions out here on the golf course where it matters are ridiculous. We've got 3 shots there, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, and then the shot that I hit from further back is here, just short of the bunker. So realistically, yes, one went a little bit high and the wind got it. It was like 40-mile-an-hour gusts today. It's a 7-wood. And that final big test for me is, can this work 200 yards out where it counts? Long par 4, just off the fairway. That's all over it. Be the club. Be the club, and that's like in. That is frightening. That is so scary. Let me give myself a bad lie now as well. See if this V-Steel so can help. That's still at it. Much lower flight because it's come out differently. I think that might have lipped out. This is literally going way better than I anticipated the end of this video to go. Imagine slam dunking a 7-wood, that would have been. That's consistency. Like, that's what we spoke about. I'm going to put this in the video. I might put it at the start of the video. That you can't pay for. Well, you can. It's not the cheapest of clubs, but you know what? Those last 2 were hideous, and I'm going to have to zoom in and show you because you won't believe it. I think the first one might have gone long from, call it 190, back flag. Wow. And this to me is what testing golf clubs is all about. Yes, it's all good and well at the driving range on the simulator, the numbers are great, But then you get out here on the golf course, it has to work, it has to be playable, it has to be better than what you've already got. And as the rain comes down, what makes that even more pleasing is they weren't very good strikes. People sometimes think that I kind of stage these videos, but if you think I'm going to run all the way up there in this rain, put balls down, come back, yeah, just YouTube probably isn't for you. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review of the brand new TaylorMade Stealth 2 7 wood. Would you put one in the bag? I mean, look at that. I think we'll finish on that. See you at exactly the same time tomorrow. Bye.